Anything in here? Ooh! That answers my question. So this is going to be a completely different review to what I usually do. I normally will rate open world sandbox survival games based on many categories. However, while I guess you could say this is a survival game, this is not a typical open world one like I normally play. So I've come up with new categories for these types of reviews. Let's get into it. Phasmophobia is a game where you are a crew of ghost hunters, where you find and expel ghosts. Your job is to find out what type of ghost haunts the various locations that you visit by using your many tools available. This game is basically Ghost Hunters the game, but more entertaining. At the moment of this review, there is no current character creation. However, it looks like there might be in the future according to their roadmap, so this section will not be rated. The level design is basically the same for every map in this game, but to varying degrees. There will always be a breaker box to turn on the lights. There will always be hiding spots, though less so in the harder difficulty that you play. You will find cursed items and creepy stuffed bears and bunnies that are more scary than the ghosts if you ask me. While in these maps, your first task is to find the room that the ghost haunts. They can wander the whole map, but there is always one room or location that they always return to. That will be the room that has the most evidence to determine what type of ghost it is. You will have houses that may or may not have a basement, or second stories, some rooms that have walk-in closets too. There are even campgrounds. One of them is a small little map, while the other is much bigger with a hidden building in the back of the map. Now, larger maps like the high school and asylum, those are my least favorite ones. They can add difficulty, but searching every single room of every single floor can be a nightmare. If you are lucky enough to find the ghost room close to the entrance, then it's not too bad. The issue comes down to when the ghost room is the very last room you search, and by that time, several minutes has gone by. You lose your sanity, and it becomes much more likely that ghosts will attack you. The last thing in this section is the weather system. There will be various weather like rain, snow, fog. The rain and snow makes it a bit harder to find ghost orbs if you are an outdoors map, which can be annoying. Fog can also hinder your sights too, but also some maps are naturally colder than others. One of the evidence that you have to find is freezing temperatures. Not every ghost will cause freezing, but the ghost room will always be colder than other rooms. On a normal map, the various houses will be around 10 to 20 Celsius, though the ghost room will be like 3 degrees or something. But on a cold map, all of the rooms will have low temperatures, so finding the room will be a lot harder, unless it does happen to be a freezing ghost. On that note, I was using Celsius because I find it a bit easier than Fahrenheit. With Fahrenheit, the temperature must be below 31 in order to be freezing. Celsius, it must hit the negative numbers. Seeing the negative is a bit better for me because I've had cold rooms where it can hit 0.2 degrees, but that's not considered freezing, so the negative helps confirm it. But that's just my personal way I like to play it. You can set it for Fahrenheit if you like. Oh, freezing temps! Okay, wait, they're definitely in here. Overall, the level design will be a 4 out of 5. They all have the basics and some challenge to the game, but I took a point off because how annoying the larger maps can be. And while I like to use the random map picker for sessions, there's no way to blacklist certain maps, so getting the jail or the asylum 3 times in a row will make me mad.
Oh look, they're right where you're staging.
Let me hide in peace. While I touched on some of the points going into the last section, I feel this is the best spot for talking about finding the ghost. This will mostly be from a solo perspective, but the next section of this review will be from a multiplayer perspective. So every ghost has 3 evidence that you must find in order to rule out and determine what type of ghost it is. You are always given basic items to find the ghost, while there are better equipment that can be optionally bought between missions.
Oh, we cannot fuck around.
You didn't bring any of the stuff!
What happened to the equipment?
I forgot the equipment.
What the fuck?
Oh, now we're on extra hard mode.
What the fuck?
You first must determine which room is the ghost room. I find looking for low temperatures and ghost orbs are the best way to find the room at the start of the game. Once you find the room, you can start placing down the other items like the dots, or the writing book, even the spirit box. You are given a journal to help you determine the ghost with a field guide. Over the course of the various patches, it has had updates to the UI of the journal, which makes it a hell of a lot easier than how it originally came out into early access. It is way more readable and friendly to use now. When you find evidence, you can circle it, or you can rule it out by crossing it out. By doing either, it automatically rules out a ghost that it cannot be, until you eventually find out which one it will be. Some of the evidence you can determine right away is like if the room is freezing, or if there are ghost orbs. The dots projector doesn't always work when the ghost walks through it, as I've tested it with a motion detector before. The motion detector always goes off when something walks past in front of it, and I've even seen ghosts pass in front of the motion detector without the dots showing the ghost. But a few seconds later, the ghost will pass through the dots. So that means the dots will only show a brief pass through of the ghost when it is near that location, but it doesn't actually mean the ghost is passing through it. However, with the combination of the motion sensor, you can at least tell if the ghost is in the vicinity, to help you rule out if it's the dots or not. Spirit Box works similar, where the ghost will talk to you if you try to communicate with it. How did you die? Whoa! Alright, I heard him. I don't know, 130 something, maybe? Oh! Well, it's an Onryu. This is a very neat mechanic, as you actually get to ask the ghost questions. While it will only respond to certain phrases and certain questions, it is still neat that you can utilize your microphone as part of the game, but that also means that they can always hear you, and I will touch on that more on the AI section of this review. Now, the troublemakers will be the EMF reader and the fingerprints. Also the ghost writing. All of those evidences are RNG related, which means it may or may not happen within a certain amount of time if it is one of those evidences. While ghost writing is not that bad and generally happens within a few minutes, there are times you will never find fingerprints or the EMF 5 readings. Fingerprints are left on items that the ghost will touch, but it already has a small percentage that it will be left behind in the first place. Then you only have a few seconds before it disappears completely. The EMF reader has several settings that help you determine what the ghost is doing at that moment. 1 will basically mean it's not doing anything. 2 means the ghost is interacting with something nearby. 3 means it is throwing an item. And 4 means that the ghost is about to manifest, which usually means it's a sign that it's about to hunt you, or it'll just give you a spook. However, level 5 reading is completely RNG. It does not correlate to anything and has a low percentage to happen in the place of another reading, which basically means anytime the ghost does something, it has a 25% chance for it to be a level 5 reading. That's the basics of how the various evidences and tools work to find them. While this is the survival section, I'm going to talk about the hunts in the AI section. So with that being said, I'm going to rate the survival, or rather the survival items that you use in this game, a 3 out of 5. While some of them work and others are creative and interesting, like the parabolic microphone and hearing the whispers of the ghosts, I'm going to give it a lower rating because of the rate of finding some of these evidences. Having them be RNG can be very frustrating. Not only that, sometimes the evidences don't even appear at all. You can have a ghost that has a certain evidence and it just never happens. While there are other methods of determining the ghost, which I'll discuss in the AI section, most of the time you're going off of evidence, and it is not always reliable, especially if you get the mimic. Fuck the mimic. Plus, wait a minute, the mimic?
There's some jobs ready for you.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up. They put the false ghost orbs. God damn it.
Well, yeah, but you know.
Whoa, what is that?
What exploded? It exploded?
Help me! Help me!
What did you do?
Oh, he's dying.
He's dying! We
What?
didn't say goodbye! We didn't say goodbye!
Playing multiplayer in this game will make hunts a lot easier, as there could be a lot more items being used at once. My friends and I all have our system to find the ghost as fast as possible, with myself grabbing the temperature gauge and my other friend grabbing the camcorder to find the orbs. From there, we will also set up items and take turns on figuring out the active evidence, while others sit with the EMF or the UV light. It also helps with spreading out in the various maps to find the room faster. While that's all good and fun, there is also a lot of hilarity and drama that can happen with friends. What are you doing?
I'm trying to throw it so you can see it, but it's not working.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm dead. You're still throwing that after you watched me die in front of you? You fucking... Give me that can, it's mine now.
Where's the camera?
Why didn't you bring any of the equipment?
Never talk bad about my tomato soup again.
Overall, while there are issues with the fundamentals of this game, the multiplayer helps to make it a lot more enjoyable experience, and I always wanted to go back for more with my friends. If you don't have friends, there are active multiplayer groups that are made every day for sessions with others, though run that at your own risk. If you know anything about multiplayer online games with randos, then you know what to expect. I'm gonna give this section a 5 out of 5. He started the hunt right next... Hi! Oh, it's just a spook. Hi. Blow out the candle, you're right there! You're right there, blow out the candle, you bitch! This section will be about the ghosts themselves. We've already talked about how all of them have their own unique evidence, but beyond that, I'm going to be also discussing how they work, their personalities, and their hunts. In the various maps, there are 3 phases of reality. The main one where you play, the death realm where a player can die and spectate from, and the ghost realm. The ghost will always be in the ghost realm when it's not hunting or manifesting for a spook. However, they can still interact with items on the main map phase and throw items as well. They can turn on and off the lamps and even take showers. Ooh. Turn the shower on. Okay, so we know he's in the bathroom right now. A dead player who spectates will be in their own death realm, and they will not be able to see the ghost in order to prevent cheating. The only time the ghost will be visible to all players, dead or alive, is during hunts and spooks like the one I mentioned before. Spooks, as I call them, are basically ghost events that randomly happen, and are pretty much harmless. They only serve to scare the players. This can vary from them walking right up to you and hissing your ear,
You alive?
yes, to them manifesting and singing. Sometimes red lights will show to add to the danger, but they are mostly harmless overall. Each ghost has their own unique personality, which will help in determining the ghost type when you don't have all of the evidence. This is how you play the game when you are on nightmare mode, as one evidence will be always hidden, so you will only have 2 to 3 to go off of. An example is Demon being more aggressive and hunt more often, Wraiths not being able to step and salt, Poltergeist loving to throw items constantly, Fays are just assholes, Obake have 6 fingers, and Mimics can mimic other evidences, which fucking sucks. While most of these are told to you through the journal, some of the personalities you can pick up yourself. Like, I've noticed that spirits are very talkative. If you put the spirit box down, they just won't shut up. With the exception of some ghosts like the Demon and Fae who hunt more often, most ghosts will be chill the first few minutes of the map. As your sanity meter lowers, they have an increased chance to hunt you. Using cursed items on the map will also cause a cursed hunt, which means they are more aggressive and will hunt you for longer. Are those bells tolling?
The piano strums.
Oh shit!
Oh god, there he is!
Hi.
I got pictures.
Hello?
He's dead! He died!
Oh, what the fuck?
When the ghost is about to hunt you, you are given a quick warning that is a combination of the ghost either groaning, crying, or singing, followed by flashing lights and disrupt electronics. When that starts, you have around 2 to 3 seconds to quickly hide. You cannot escape the house as the doors will be locked. To hide from the ghost, you will need to find a place that will obscure your line of sight. You will also need to turn off all of your electronics, including your flashlight, and you must remain quiet, as remember, they can hear you in your microphone. The ghost can detect your items if they are turned on, and they can hear your microphone, which will make them head right for you. Most of the time, if you manage to hide, you will live. However, sometimes ghosts can be thorough in their search. Some of them will open doors, and some ghosts, like the Wraith, can walk through the walls. When they target and are locked onto you, you do have a chance to escape if you have enough room to run. Also, some ghosts can run faster given certain factors, like some run faster when it is colder, and some run faster if there is electricity nearby. I'm going to rate the AI a 4 out of 5. The reason it dropped a point is due to some minor things. Sometimes the ghosts are just fucking assholes. You could think it's a demon with how aggressive it is, but it's just a Mori or something. Also a few nitpicks here and there, but overall it is fun to determine the type of ghost by trying to figure out its personality. This game, as of this review, is still in active development with an update to the game every couple of months. From minor things like updating the weather system, to continuously improving the UI, to even adding new maps and ghost types. There is a current roadmap planned for 2023, so be on the lookout for all of the new things to add this year. Not to mention, they love doing holiday events that can sometimes add to new and fun mechanics. Like this one I will show you here of giving the ghost cookies. Cookies and beer. Take it. Oh.
Eat the cookies.
Yes, eat the cookies. And the beer. Oh, here we go. With the Activeness, I'm going to rate it a 4.5 out of 5. It dropped it a bit because it has been in development for several years now, and there is no current release date, so it's a question of how long it will remain in development. When you are not including the issues I have with finding evidence, I haven't seen a ton of bugs and practically no lag at all. The only lag I've witnessed is from my friend who has a potato of a laptop, but once she upgraded her laptop, it ran it no problem. The bugs themselves are not that bad, and usually it's just items clipping through the wall, but I think the biggest bug that I found is the Ouija board. The board is supposed to respond to the person activating it, and even then could still respond to other players nearby asking it questions, and then drain the sanity of those who ask it the question. But around half of the time, we've had it where one person picks it up and the board won't respond to them, but it will respond to other players even if they are not nearby when the board is activated.
Well, it doesn't like me. Okay.
Let me ask it. Do you have it?
No, it's still back there.
Hang on. Where are you? T-E... I'll ask him again, but then I'll go eat some pills. Where are you? God damn it!
Only whoever puts down the planchette, apparently, because I couldn't do it.
Well, I haven't touched it and he answered me.
Hurry.
How old are you?
We just got that.
Goodbye.
That's where he is.
Leo, now you
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You do it.
Where are you? Where are you? What the fuck?
I guess he doesn't want to answer that. Ask him if he's here. Oh, well, you're now fucked.
Okay, low sanity.
Thanks for walking, like, behind me. That's great. Thanks.
That being said, I'm going to rate this section a 4.5 out of 5. It is overall clean and playable, just a few minor issues, with the bigger issue being the response of the Ouija board being borked. Can I lick it? Oh, when it's close I can read it, but can I lick it? This is a bonus section for this review and will not count for the overall score. I wanted to talk about a little bit of the VR. I did play it in VR and it is very immersive and fun. However, I did have a major issue while playing it. The VR mode is very cool to look at and adds extra animations to the character to match your movement in real life.
Why?
What the fuck is going on? Do you see his belt is like tied around his ankles?
Yeah, I do.
There. Can you see the book?
Yeah. Okay,
What the fuck is going on?
I am literally like,
It looks like you're taking a shit on the floor, dude.
it does.
When I look around, I'm fine. You can even grab items straight from your belt and toss them between your hands. You could pick up and throw items, and looking at the various maps will make you feel like you are actually there. However, I had one major issue that makes the game almost unplayable in VR, at least for me and a few other players that I did see who had the same issue. Even when I set the play space in the menu, the game acted as if I was crouching when I was not. So I would be perma-crouched to the point that I could not even reach door handles or certain items in the truck. Playing solo, this was impossible, and with friends, it was a bit more bearable since they could toss down the items to me, but they would also troll me since I was a midget and couldn't reach the door handles, so they would close doors behind me, leaving me to suffer. wait, I saw the prompt. Where was it? Reach. What? How did I switch hands? Oh my god. Wait. No, what the fuck? I switched hands. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh my god, I can't. There.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
He didn't.
ah!
Oh, this is terrible.
There you go. You left your thermometer, buddy.
You did.
Turns out I'm not the only one who has had this issue, as others have had the perma-crouch bug too. Even people who claim to be near 6 foot tall, and not just the 5 foot shorter people. It might be an issue with the VR version of the game itself, and it feels like it needs to be looked at, or have a way to remove the crouching with a button press. And I'd kind of like watch to see when my time will be up. Turn off that was a glare. Ah! Hi. I hate this game. My overall score for the early access of Phasmophobia is going to be a 4.2 out of 5. Overall, this game is very fun with very minor issues, which are more annoying rather than game-breaking. And with friends, it's even better. The holiday event where you had to feed the cookies to the ghost was really fun, and it makes me want extra things to do in the levels. While you have the optional things to do already, I would also like if they eventually add it where you get to expel the ghost as well, using certain methods that only work on certain types of ghosts as an added level of risk versus reward. You could just leave the level when you figure out the ghost, or you could keep going to get added rewards. Anyway, that is the end of this review. If you would like to watch me play these various games, you can check me out at my Twitch channel. I have many clips of me playing Phasmophobia, as well as I keep playing it occasionally with my friends. We've been playing Bigfoot a lot recently, we're playing Valheim, all of the fun games. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more survival game reviews. And that is the end of this video. If you liked my review, please subscribe to this channel as I will be making more in-depth reviews of open-world sandbox survival RPG games, including those that no one ever talks about from the deepest, darkest depths of Steam. Some games that even look like the muck at the bottom of my pond. If you have any suggestions for what game to do next, please comment below and like this video. Florida Gator Man out. Drop a soap. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Shower buddies.
And that's all enough of that.
I'm not seeing any ghost orbs.
You blew out the candle.
We didn't get a mark for that though.
Bullshit.
The candle probably is windows.
Fucking useless candle.
That's what they do.
Oh shit.
Activity's almost up.
Ah! Ah! Did you see that on the camera? It just scared the shit out of me in real life.
Come on, do it. You won't.
I think we might have to be alone because if it says it's threatened, do you think more players? Uh-oh.
Do it. You won't.
Take a picture, take a picture.
Do it. You won't. No balls.